And good morning, everyone. I'm Sam Walker on the Carolina Weather Group. Not in my usual spot on the Outer Banks. I am in the capital city of Raleigh today, where we are celebrating, and I get choked up every time I think about it. Christina Koch, an American hero, a North Carolina hero, NC State alum, three-time NC State alum. She is here for a two-day homecoming celebration at NC State, and they are putting on just about every red and white thing you can imagine over the next 48 hours for her. They starts with this big homecoming celebration we're going to bring to you live here on the Carolina Weather Group and across all of our social media channels. Thanks for joining us. This is going to be a pretty cool event. They've got the NC State Marching Band, the Power Sound of the South. Students are over behind me on the quad here in the center of Centennial campus. It's called the Oval. And we're going to see speeches. I'm sure we're going to see all kinds of stuff here over the next hour or so for this event. Then there's actually a press conference that will be coming up later on this afternoon that we're going to chance to cover. We'll be bringing you some highlights of that here on the Carolina Weather Group on Wednesday night's show and across our social media channels as well. Now, if you are not familiar with who Christina Koch is, well, we're going to tell you. She became an astronaut in 2013. Of course, served as mission specialist of Artemis II earlier this year, the first woman to orbit the Earth, the farthest a woman has ever traveled away from the planet, and the furthest a North Carolinian's ever traveled away from the planet. She worked on the International Space Station for almost all of 2019 during expeditions 59, 60, and 61. She flew up on a Soyuz rocket, trained extensively in Russia during that, spent a total of 328 consecutive days in space, and participated in the first all-female spacewalk. So she's broken quite a few glass ceilings in her career. She has served, after serving as a member of the Artemis II crew, she's now branch chief of the assigned crew branch in the Astronaut office. Also did a rotation as assistant for technical integration for the center director at Johnson Space Center. Her career prior to becoming an astronaut was both as a space science mission instrument development and remote scientific field engineering in the Arctic and in the Atlantic. Got a little technical issues going on over here where we are set up, so trying to stay out of the way here. They're trying to get their Starlink back up so they can bring the stream to you, which we'll be carrying here on the Carolina Weather Group in just a moment. Things have been kind of a little chaotic around here the last few minutes. They lost the giant Jumbotron screen behind me a short time ago. The power dropped out, and now trying to get their Starlink back up, but it looks like everything's back to normal here. So we're just going to be standing by here as the celebration gets underway. Again, we are the Oval on Centennial campus at North Carolina State University. This celebration of Christina Koch's welcome home back to the pack. Now, coming up, not only they got this event for the public, they've got several other events that are going on that Christina is going to be taking part in. It's called the Launch Pad Effect, How Public Higher Education Propels Us Towards a Brighter Future. That's tomorrow over at the Stewart Theater at Talley Student Union. She's also going to be taking part in a student-led conversation about wellness, grit, and self-trust at the Talley Student Union. It's called Astronaut Strategies for College Students. And I understand, and we were doing our prep for today, she's also going to be headed to North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro later this week. So Christina Koch spending quite a bit of time here in North Carolina, her home state. She's actually born in Michigan and is but then moved here and grew up in Jacksonville. And of course, me being from the Outer Banks and getting in this press conference, the one thing I do want to ask her about is surfing. She has a huge love for surfing. She actually did some events, press events or media events when she was on the International Space Station in 2019 with Kelly Slater, who's one of the most renowned surfers. And that to me is pretty cool, just being an Outer Banker. So hopefully have a chance to talk to, at least mention that to her. Maybe get to ask her about if she's ever been out to my way and hit up Jeanette's Pier or Boilers or Lighthouse, all those famous surf spots we have out in the Outer Banks. So we're going to be standing by with you here for the next few moments as we await for this homecoming event for Christina Koch to get underway. It was scheduled to get underway at 10:30, but just like any live event, you just never know what's going to happen and when things are going to get rolling here. So we'll be just staying with you. I guess I could talk a little bit about the weather. over the last couple of days. I will say this: the weather is absolutely perfect for the end of August in Raleigh today. Very dry today. I wish we had Greg Fischel to jump in right now and join us and explain what's going on, because as we all know, it's been so steamy the last week or two. But they're getting things started here on the stage. We're in Raleigh for astronaut Christina Koch's homecoming at North Carolina State University, and it's going to be getting underway in just a few moments here. They just did that intro announcement. But I was saying, with the weather itself, bright sunshine, temperatures in the low 80s right now. Not very much wind, but the nice thing is the humidity's down. I will say the one bad thing about the wind, and having gone to college out here in this part of the state, but having been away for 30 years back on the coast, the one thing I don't miss this time of year is the gnats, because they have been brutal this morning. That is one thing about it I always notice, is the gnats. They always fly around when there's no breeze in this part of the state. Why, I don't know, but they just do. So anyway, exciting day here in Raleigh, exciting day here in North Carolina, as the state officially gets to welcome home a true American hero, Christina Koch. Here at North Carolina State University, I'm Sam Walker. Glad you're along with us here live at NC State University. And let's take it to the stage right now.
NC State College of Design student, Ashton Thomas. Good morning. Please rise for the national anthem performed by NC State College of Design student, Ashton Thomas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome to the stage the 15th Chancellor of NC State University, Kevin Howell.
Good morning, everyone. Governor Stein, Commissioner Farley, Representative Lambeth, Senator Sari, members of the General Assembly, members of the Board of Governors, Chair Stack, and our NC State Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, distinguished guests, friends, and of course, our amazing students joining us today. You just heard from one of our amazing students Please give Ashton Thomas another round of applause. Thank you, Ashton. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited you're here on this especially proud day for NC State. Make no mistake about it, it continues to be the honor of my life to be your chancellor and to be able to witness the inspirational impact of this university. Every day, our alma mater is changing the world for the better. Yet today is particularly significant as we gather together in our world-class engineering oval to celebrate one very special wolf in our pack, Christina Koch. Christina has on several occasions inspired the entire planet. This three-time NC State graduate has broken barriers, set astounding records, and with her Artemis crewmates, traveled farther from Earth than any other humans in history.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how NC State defines a trailblazer. Christina represents what is possible when talent meets opportunity
At a world-class public university. I look forward to sharing more about her legacy later on this program. But for now, it is my pleasure to introduce the chair of the NC State Board of Trustees, Ed Stack.
Thank you, Chancellor Howell. This is certainly a proud day for NC State and for the entire Wolfpack community, both here on campus and around the world. I would say intergalactic, but nobody else is out there right now, so just around the world. I want to thank everyone who helped make this morning's ceremony happen, as well as all of the people who have worked together to put these events over the next couple of days together. We really appreciate all that you've done both today and tomorrow. As chair of the NC State Board of Trustees, I also want to extend my gratitude and the gratitude of the trustees to the folks at NASA who helped make this visit possible. For those of you who may not know, each of the 4 astronauts who crewed the Artemis II mission is making a similar homecoming trip to the places that helped launch them. We are especially proud that Christina Koch, who grew up just down the road in Jacksonville, North Carolina, considers NC State's campus a place she calls home. Shout out to Jacksonville, all right? Since this visit was announced, I've thought a lot about what NASA and NC State have in common. We are both public institutions accountable to the people we serve. We equip talented individuals to pursue extraordinary endeavors. And we do what we do for the love of the mission. We seek to inspire, to understand, and to share what we learn for the benefit of all. This is especially true in engineering. NC State is the leader in engineering education and research in North Carolina. And we have a long history of producing graduates who go on to do remarkable things. Christina Koch is certainly one of the very best examples of that tradition. Days like today remind us why a place like NC State is so important to North Carolina. As a land-grant university, We have been a launch pad for generations of students and for careers in virtually every field that matters to our state and to our country. And every once in a while, a talented and determined student from Onslow County comes to NC State and goes on to expand the horizons of human knowledge. We should all be proud of that. In a moment, we'll hear from Representative Donnie Lambeth and Senator Benton Sari, but before we do, I have the honor to introduce the 76th governor of the great state of North Carolina, Governor Josh Stein.
Good morning, everybody. Chair Stack, Chancellor Howell, all of the distinguished guests, it is a pleasure to be with you today. Today, it is both a privilege and a tremendous honor to be here to welcome home an outstanding North Carolinian. Christina Koch, welcome home. She and her crew travel further from Earth than any humans ever have. And you are now an integral part of North Carolina's long and remarkable connection to the exploration of space. After all, the Wright brothers were the first people to ever achieve powered, sustained, controlled flight at Kitty Hawk on North Carolina's Outer Banks. But North Carolina is not only first in flight, we have furthered flight over the decades, and we are the future of flight. When Neil Armstrong took his historic first step on the moon back in 1969, he carried with him a piece of the original Wright Flyer, a small symbol of North Carolina's ingenuity. But that connection goes much deeper. During that Apollo 11 mission, more than 24 NC State graduates worked at NASA. George Colton of Southern Pines was one of the 3 authors of the original Apollo 11 flight plan. Harold Drawn of Zebulon was an assistant flight director sitting at Mission Control in Houston. And fellow state alum Tom McPherson helped to develop the parachute system that safely returned the astronauts home. Our state helped prepare generations of astronauts as well. From 1959 through 1975, 62 NASA astronauts, including Buzz Aldrin, Armstrong, Glenn, Jim Lovell, trained at the Moorhead Planetarium down the road in Chapel Hill. Recently, thank you, Commissioner Farley. The James Webb Space Telescope itself bears the name of a North Carolina native who served as NASA's second administrator. And that legacy continues today. The Moorhead Planetarium remains among the best in the nation. NC State is home to one of the leading aerospace engineering programs in the country, and the NC State Space Grant Program is helping to prepare students, researchers in our state for the future of space exploration. And recently, this campus served as a launching pad for Christina Koch, who earned both her bachelor's and master's and honorary doctorate here at NC State. Go Wolfpack. This history tells us something important about North Carolina, about the ingenuity of our people and the remarkable network of public universities we have built together. It is also a reminder that extraordinary achievements do not happen overnight. They require ambitious vision. They require sustained investment. And they require special talent, which is why a commitment to cultivating the next generation of engineers, scientists, explorers, and dreamers is so important. That commitment starts in North Carolina's K-12 public schools. How many people here graduated from a North Carolina public high school? Just this morning, I visited Conn Elementary just down the road, welcoming students to their first day of school. Countless kindergartners, just shy but bursting with excitement. And I told them I was about to go spend some time with a very special North Carolina public school graduate. Before Christina Koch enrolled at NC State, she was educated in North Carolina's public schools at White Oak High School in Jacksonville and the North Carolina School of Science and Math in Durham. Anything is possible with a North Carolina public school education. And maybe one of the students I met at Conn Elementary this morning, or maybe one of you in this crowd, will one day leave Earth's atmosphere as well. The ideas and the people that spring from North Carolina public schools and public universities have taken humankind farther than they have ever gone before. And if North Carolina's history is any indication, they will take us even farther still. Christina, we watched your videos, we read your updates, and we cheered when you landed safely. For 10 days, you united this nation to think beyond ourselves and to contemplate our place in the universe. And you reminded us that all of us together on planet Earth are a crew, as you so powerfully voiced, a group that is in it all the time, no matter what, with the same purpose, willing to sacrifice silently for each other, that gives grace and holds accountable. A crew is inescapably, beautifully, dutifully linked. Welcome home, Christina, and please know that we are incredibly proud of you and honored to be on the same crew as you. Thank you.
Good morning. Certainly an honor for me to be here, and it's certainly a privilege to look out and see the thousands and thousands, as far back as you can see, Chancellor Howell and the governor. Look at all these people that are here today to see you and hear from you. Congratulations. Chancellor Howell and Governor Stein, Chair Stack, and all of the distinguished guests joining us today for this special occasion, thank you. It is an honor for me to be here today on behalf of the North Carolina House of Representatives as we welcome home Christina Koch and celebrate her extraordinary impact on the world. As a North Carolinian, I'm incredibly proud of what Christina has achieved. And as a lifetime supporter of our public schools, our universities, it is especially meaningful that her journey has such deep roots right here at NC State. A three-time Wolfpack alumna, Christina has taken the education and experience she gained at this university and carried them quite literally beyond the boundaries of our world. For generations, NC State's land grant mission has been educating students, advancing research and innovation, and delivering solutions that strengthen our communities all across the country. Christina's story represents that reach and impact. And as the grandfather of a current NC State student, I think about Christina's example and what it means for my granddaughter and for the thousands of other young people here today. They can see someone who has learned in this same classroom, walked these same halls through the campus, and realized there are no limits to the possibilities in front of them. As North Carolina looks ahead, that kind of inspiration is worth continuing to invest in, providing opportunities for the future scientists, engineers, researchers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who will take on challenges we cannot even imagine today. It's one of the many reasons institutions like NC State are so vital to our state and our region. Christina, thank you for representing North Carolina and NC State with such distinction. Your accomplishments have inspired people across our state and around the world, and it is a privilege to welcome you home. Thank you again for allowing me to be part of this, and go Pack! Now it's my honor to introduce my friend and colleague, Senator Benton Sawrey, who has also a few words of appreciation.
Good morning. If anybody here is curious about the power that Christina has today, she's able to get noted Chapel Hill fan Governor Josh Stein to say, "Go Wolfpack." Well done, Christine, and I'm glad there are 21 cameras in the back that got that recorded on camera for everybody else to see today. Good morning. Thank you, Chancellor Howell, Governor Stein, Chair Stack, Representative Lambeth, and all the other distinguished guests here today. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of the celebration for Christina Koch as she comes back to celebrate here at her home at North Carolina State University. It's a privilege to be here today representing the North Carolina Senate, the North Carolina General Assembly. And as a proud NC State alumnus who graduated here in 2009, which does not seem that long ago, but the more and more time I spend around students, I realize just how old I am getting. It's especially meaningful to represent Christina back to Raleigh. The Wolfpack runs in my family. I'm a third generation NC State grad. My dad went to NC State, my mom went to NC State, my granddad went to NC State, but I only have one degree from NC State. Christina has 3. What my family has done, Christina did in one term here at the university. And I'd be willing to bet her GPA was also higher than all of ours as well. Christina's story is an extraordinary example of the impact that begins on campuses just like this one. And as a father to 2 young children who sat there in the cul-de-sac at our house in Clayton, North Carolina, and watched on a projector screen as her space shuttle came crashing back down to Earth, it reminds me of the possibilities that are bigger than all of us and what can start here on a campus like North Carolina State University. Our state has always been a state of people who serve the greater good and push our boundaries. We see it in our communities. We see it here at NC State, where countless students have gone on to tackle some of our world's biggest challenges. Christina's career carries those traditions forward in a very remarkable way. Her accomplishments will inspire the next generation of North Carolinians, a lot of whom are out here in the courtyard watching here today or watching on TV somewhere at home. And Christina, you continue to make North Carolina and NC State very proud. And thank you for letting us celebrate you this week. Thank you for letting us celebrate you here at North Carolina State University. And thank you for uniting our country and showing us what we can do when we put our minds together. Thank you so much. And with that, I think I'll represent Chancellor Howell. Back up. No, excuse me. Yep. Thank you so much.
Praise, of course, for the tangible and stately things. Hallowed halls and coliseums, brickyard and arboretum, bell tower so striking it makes the loblollies swoon. Even the dogwoods bloom like constellations of our own invention, bright as the spectrometer we sent to space, or the red of the cardinal on the first plasma display. Yes, praise for the quantifiable and the plainly built, the homemade on home turf, the world's first synthetic aorta fashioned after a patchwork quilt. But what our bedrock betrays is the clay we can shape, beneath every innovation's construction is a mind that was made, as fine as a brushstroke on canvas or a line of descant in a choir, analysis of sprung rhythm or well-chiseled filigree at the top of a spire. We're artists, we're makers, we're gardeners of heart. We instill, we illuminate, we sculpt curiosity that outsmarts our lineage and translate tenacity that outpaces machines. Where else can one engineer alloy and also good judgment, harness microwave energy and deploy fierce rhetoric? Our agriculture includes raising strong public speakers and leaders and teachers who train our attention on famine, on conflict, on threats existential. What else is an office hour but 60-second chances to cultivate, hypothesize, actualize potential? They say there's no blueprint for impact, but here we are, architects of connection, steadfast problem solvers, well armed by self-reflection. So praise the bell tower, yes, but also the illusions that make its glow feel like home. Praise the stadium's glory, but down in that end zone is the measured heat of a marching band trumpet, whose trill is all it takes to force you to your feet. Yes, praise the beaker, brimming antidote, but especially the life it saves. Researching tessellation DNA, it starts with a short story about a copperhead snake. Like a poem or the future, the difference is still a thing you make. It's the state of things, the state in things, to conjure up frameworks, to refine a worldview. How do you make a visionary? We think, and we do.
We just heard from Professor Magday. Ladies and gentlemen, what we just heard from Professor Magday reminds us that every college degree is grounded in research and formulas and data. Yet, an NC State degree is so much more. You see, our land grant mission holds us accountable to the principle we are the university for the people. And a degree from this university, it's also grounded in curiosity, good judgment, problem solving, and a vision for a brighter future. These, my friends, are the same qualities that took Christina Koch around the moon. As others have noted, Christina grew up in Onslow County, North Carolina. Yes, she attended White Oak High School in Jacksonville. We got some claps for Jacksonville, okay. The North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics in Durham, Chancellor Todd Roberts and his students are with us here today. Give them a round of applause for being with us. Thank you, Chancellor, for your leadership. She then enrolled here at NC State University, where she earned 2 Bachelor's of Science degrees. One in electrical engineering, all the engineers. One in physics. But then she earned her Master of Science degree in electrical engineering. Let me just add a little point here. Did you know that all of her siblings that are with us today, 4 of them, also attended NC State University? Stand up, members of the family, stand up. Stand up. Give them a round of applause. It runs deep. Also, brother married an NC State alum as well, so you stand up. Brother-in-law, excuse me. So in 2013, after years of preparation, in places as remote as Antarctica and Greenland, Christina became a NASA astronaut. While serving as a flight engineer on the International Space Station, Christina made history participating in the first all-female spacewalk. But by the time she landed back on Earth, after 328 days in orbit, she had set the record for the longest single space flight by a woman. I know many of you today are trying to comprehend that, but this might help you. Think about that for a moment. For nearly 1 year, our state, our beloved state of North Carolina, rolled past her window more than 5,000 times. Earth, North Carolina, rolled past her window 5,000 times. But then earlier this year, on April 1st, NASA's Artemis II mission launched with Christina on board. And while on the far side of the moon, she and her fellow crew members could not see Earth nor hear from anyone from Earth. As they made contact again, this is what the world heard.
We will explore, we will build ships, we will visit again. We will construct science outposts, we will drive rovers, we will do radio astronomy, we will found companies, we will bolster industry, we will inspire. But ultimately, we will always choose Earth, we will always choose each other.
At that moment, Christina was describing a mission that our university cares deeply about. It's a mission to explore. It's a mission to build and to drive human progress. But above all else, it's to care for our home. It's to care for each other. Today, look around. Students are hard at work in these buildings all around us, each of them chasing their dream. I must admit, Governor, we may not know them all by name just yet. We will. The deans are going to help me. We don't know them all yet by name, but we will. However, they will know the name of Christina Koch. Her light will shine for them like a beacon, because on this day, August 24th, 2026, on behalf of our Board of Trustees and the entire NC State community, in honor of your service to our state, nation, and world, her dedication to humankind, and her think and do spirit, I am delighted as Chancellor to announce that Engineering Building 2 will be henceforth known as Cook Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage NC State's hero, Christina Koch.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you to the dignitaries that are here. I am so proud to say that this has brought a tear to my eye. The emotion of today is the most wonderfully overwhelming moment of joy. Thank you. Thank you to the dignitaries that have given us their time. Thank you to my family. It is great to have you here. And thank you to everyone who has come. I see you all. Y'all really know how to show up. Thank you. I heard from Onslow County. I heard from Science and Math. I heard from Electrical Engineering. Y'all somehow got out of the lab this morning. Physics. Thank you. It is indeed wonderful to be back. As one of the first classes of engineering graduates to see Centennial, I am always in awe of how established it has become. In 2002, my last year at NC State, got you beat a little bit there, I had a job as a research assistant here on Centennial, and I had one class here. And what I remember was that new building smell. And the plastic was still covering the construction materials in the hallway. And like this campus, us students were unfinished, yet full of dreams about our futures. So were students of the past. 100 years ago this year, maybe even this week, a young woman named Mary Yarborough stepped into a chemistry class on main campus with a dream to get a master's degree. The decision to allow her to graduate with that degree hadn't even been made yet. She studied anyway, and in a year, she had her degree and became the first woman to earn a master's from this institution. "100 years ago. 60 years later, a courtyard on North Campus was named in her honor. A few years after that, Witherspoon was named for the first African-American full professor and only second to earn a PhD here. Augustus Witherspoon not only advanced the field of botany, he worked to secure a sense of community among African American students here. A few years, that's right, let's clap for that. A few years later, in 1997, the street connecting my soon-to-be second homes of the physics and electrical engineering main halls, was named for Catherine Stinson. She had an inexplicable love of airplanes since she was a girl. And after Amelia Earhart once told her, "Don't become a pilot, become an engineer," she did just that and was the first woman to earn an engineering degree here. Also in 1997, new street signs still glossy, a young woman walked out of the Free Expression Tunnel down Stinson Street for the first time. This one with an inexplicable love of rockets. But those rockets felt farther away than ever when I sat in those classrooms puzzling over those circuits that I was just drawing in my engineering graph paper, feeling like everyone else in this room surely had received a manual that I didn't. When I walked into that classroom, I wasn't astronaut Christina Koch. I likely had ripped jeans and pink hair. True. I likely kept very quiet, trying to mask what I was sure was my own outsized ignorance. And I almost certainly was still gaining my composure from getting ready on the 9th floor of a then un-air-conditioned Lee Hall. I won't pretend that I took the time to fully learn about the namesakes of Yarborough, Witherspoon, or Stinson when I was a student. But I do know that what an institution chooses to name things is a commitment to values. We named our spacecraft Integrity, and then we had to go fly it like we meant it. And then there is constantly recommitting to our values, as in the important decision to move on from a name that didn't represent us, in the very hall where my pages of circuits grew up to be real circuits in my senior group projects. Because buildings are communities for collaboration. Their names carry the inspiration of a namesake, and then they take on lives of their own. They start as a person's story and become the stories they hold. Groups huddled around problem sets, lines of students in halls for office hours, beanies on heads in the freezing cold computer labs, 1 a.m. I wasn't sure my name could do that, but I realized with a little teamwork, it can. So what I will ask of you is this: to never underestimate any student here, to validate their dreams and hold them accountable to them, to see their unfinished stories and guide them through the good chapters and the bad. My commitment back to you is this: I will embody the values of integrity, excellence, humility, family, joy, teamwork, of always thinking first and doing next. Sure, think and do. And yes, Chancellor, I will keep coming back. Not, not just for ribbon cuttings, but for office hours. For the students in the 4th row who think they're the only ones in the room who don't understand and maybe haven't been told yet, that's not a disqualification. Because 328 days in orbit and nearly 700,000 miles around the moon did not begin at a launch pad. They began on Stinson Drive. Me, unconventional, quiet, but with loud hair, and wondering if I belonged. Students of every kind walking by and into this building are my why. And also, because it's not the record for miles you travel away that really matter. It's the impact you make, we make, right here at home. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina Koch. Let's give her one more Wolfpack round of applause. Thank you for showing the world the value of science, of teamwork, and what it means to think and do. It is an honor and a privilege to celebrate your history and legacy here at NC State University. I can't wait to see the effect your example will have on future generations. Now, to continue this celebration, I have one more surprise, if I may. It's pretty hot. I see the fans going everywhere. And I'm reminded that here at NC State, we love our ice cream. We love our Howlin' Cow ice cream, don't we? I've got a few hands. We love it. As your chancellor, I have the opportunity to create new flavors. So in honor, I've been thinking long about this. The students have been asking me since I became the chancellor, when are you going to do your ice cream, which is a tough decision. But today it becomes a lot easier for me. In honor of this historic day, in honor of you, Christina, in honor of your crewmates on Artemis II, we are releasing a limited edition of Chancellor's Choice ice cream. This special ice cream honors the great state of North Carolina. It honors our university agricultural roots. It features blueberries and raspberries for a sweet end of the summer treat and the beginning of a new semester. Now we've named it, you ready for this? Drum roll. There we go. We've named this ice cream Howl at the Moon. Thank you. To you. Now, I know everybody's looking at the ice cream, but ladies and gentlemen, we have ice cream for everyone to share today. But thank you for celebrating with us. Go forth, always choose Earth, choose each other. And as always, lift them up. As always, go Pack.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Christina Koch has been welcomed home. Hope you expect this moment, a historical moment, celebrating historical North Carolinian here on the Carolina Weather. See you next time.